Here I have two Fujikura Ventus black shafts, but one is significantly more expensive than the other. This one is $350, a legit one, but this one is only $20 I got off AliExpress. We're gonna put them to the test, see how this $20 shaft holds up to the real one. So in case you guys don't believe that I got this thing for $20, I'm gonna put up on the screen my receipt from AliExpress. The shipping was more expensive than the actual shaft. I think that's how you know it's a fake one. But we're gonna just go through everything about this shaft from aesthetics, feel, and then we're going to attach it to my club, go a head-to-head matchup with the legit Ventus 7X on my flight scope launch monitor to get the numbers, see how it performs and stacks up, and maybe if it's a good option. I don't know. So let's first do some head-to-head comparisons aesthetically, right? I didn't completely unwrap this one, but first off, looking at the shaft and the attachment, it looks pretty legit. If I'm comparing it side by side, and you'll see some B-roll here, it looks pretty good. Let's check the length of them. So the actual one is maybe a ½ an inch longer, so that's something to watch out for. Let's take off the wrapping from the grip here. At first glance, this Golf Pride Tour Velvet grip looks pretty legit. The packaging, it's got that red line you pull right off and plastic wrap comes off. It looks pretty legit. Let's see how it feels. So feel, like tackiness and all that good stuff. I've been using my actual driver shaft for a while, so it's definitely a little bit more worn down. In terms of feel though, you guys will see some close-ups. Feels like a golf grip, looks like a golf grip, and I would say it's pretty accurate to a legit Golf Pride grip. Now the only difference between these two shafts, and I tried my best to find an exact replica of the one that I currently use, is the one that I'm currently using is the Ventus 7X Velo Core, just the normal one, the black. This one's still black, but the fake one off AliExpress, the only one that they had, was Ventus TR 6X. So it's slightly lighter, still Velo Core, right? Whatever that means in terms of like the fake model, but it's the closest I could have got to a true comparison. And I don't really think it's gonna make too much of a difference, right? Slightly different shafts, but really, I'll just be curious if this thing holds up to my swing speed and performs to anywhere close to this shaft, which we'll get into. But overall, the attachment piece looks pretty good. You know, on AliExpress, you select what club that you have, which will dictate what attachment on the end of the club it has. I'm using a TaylorMade Stealth driver, so it's got to have that TaylorMade attachment in order to fit into the club. So we'll get to actually putting it in soon, but comparing it to the real one, it looks pretty legit. Looking at the actual design of the shaft, it has the little, you know, fake little carbon imprints through the logo. In terms of font and everything, that looks pretty legit. One thing that I do notice is the legit one in the sun has a little bit more of a glow and reflection. I'll try to get that on camera. And the Velo cores are in slightly a different spot, the real one being closer to the end of the shaft and the fake one being a little bit further up. Before I put them in, trying to feel like the flex of it, if it feels any sort of sturdy and all that. This is the legit one here. It's a pretty stiff shaft, has a little bit bend in there. Transitioning to the fake one, doesn't feel quite as stiff off the bat. I don't have a tool or anything to test stiffness, but there is a significant difference between the actual one is much stiffer than the fake one, way more bend, especially towards the end of the shaft. I'll be curious to see, you know, how that holds up when I put it in the clubs. What we're gonna do first is I'm gonna put the fake shaft in the driver just to make sure that it goes in correctly, not hit any balls yet, and then I'm gonna take the flight scope out and get the numbers and see if this thing actually performs. Now the moment of truth. I'm just gonna put it in standard for right now, not hitting any shots. Gonna line the arrow up here, see if it even fits in. Feels like it fits in there pretty good. I'm gonna tighten it up, see if it'll actually screw in. Okay, see if it clicks. Clicks in, sits nice and flush in the club head, so there's no gapping or anything. I'll get a close-up of that for you. Feeling overall, before I hit any shots with it, it's very bendy. But as of right now, it's not coming out of the driver, so at least we're safe to go ahead and hit some shots. But let's put my shaft in. We're gonna hook up the flight scope. I'm gonna hit 10 shots with each shaft, and then we'll come back and compare. I'll let you know how it feels as we're hitting some shots, but I'm pretty curious because right now this feels almost, yeah, probably about a regular flex here. So we have my actual shaft in the club, 10 shots with it. Then we'll put on the fake one. It's hit pretty well. Not my best. So what I'm going to do now is switch this to fake Ventus. Nice and warmed up and loose after that one. Whew, it's hot. All right, so what we're going to do is take out the real one, put in the fake one. And this is my first real impressions with the shaft. Haven't hit it before. Unwrapped it for you guys on camera. So in goes the fake one, same thing, standard loft, 8 degrees with this driver head. Let's see what we got. So let's just see if this thing can hold up to 125 mile an hour club head speed and 180 ball speed, if it even produces those numbers. Definitely feels lighter. 330 carry, 128 club speed, 183 ball speed. So swing it faster, just feels a little bit more whippy. I'm trying to keep the same tempo. I'd say that's an average one. Little left. Same thing, 330. 2 shots in, no signs of damage. That was perfect. That was money. What do we got there? 339, 128 club head speed, 184 ball speed. This is a $20 shaft. Very bad miss hit. Had a couple of those with the other club. Let's see how it performs. Still 301. Okay, the main difference I'm feeling is in the transition of the swing. I'm feeling this shaft really stay bent and feeling a lot more lag, if you want to call it that. It's definitely lighter. I know it advertises a 6X, 60 gram, but I doubt it's actually 60 grams. It's a little bit shorter of a shaft as well. All right, that's a miss the other way. There we go. Slight pull, but pretty straight. 323. Man, I'm almost to 130 club head speed. There's a good one. Definitely more timed up there. Again, 328. A little less ball speed. It's not bad. It's a good one. Another really good one. That one was really good. That could have been my best one right there. 341, 183.7 ball speed. Those are some really quick numbers. All right, let's take a look at everything in the chart. Compare, dispersion, spin, all that stuff. Okay, here we go. Here is the grouping of everything, of all the shots that I hit, right? The purple is the fake Ventus, and the teal is my real Ventus shaft. Overall, yeah, I know my drivers aren't the straightest thing in the world, but if we omit the outliers, overall, the fake Ventus's dispersion is not as wide. Now, I don't know if that has to do with, since it is maybe a ½ an inch shorter, that could have something to do with it, but it is definitely not as wide. Let's take a look at the tables now and get the actual numbers of each club. Let's take a look. Carry distance of the real Ventus, 319, 327 with the fake. Total, 332, 326. We keep on scrolling over. Lateral yards, definitely bigger miss with the real one. Club head speed, faster with the fake one. Now I think it's just because it feels like a more flexible shaft, probably isn't a true extra stiff, but I'm pretty impressed that this thing just didn't break getting those types of speeds. 180 average ball speed, definitely spun a little bit more with the fake, and overall smash is pretty much the same, and angle of attack coming up at it 5.7. All that was pretty similar. but I don't know. I mean, I literally got this for $20 off AliExpress. Yes, shipping was more than the shaft, but I put it in here and we're getting real tangible results. The real one is $350. Now I'm gonna let you make this decision for yourself. If we take more in detail here, if you look at the fake Ventus, the longest one was $341. If we go to the real one, longest one $336. So, you know, they're pretty similar. If we're comparing apples to apples, it's pretty good, but we're comparing apples to oranges here. $20 versus $350. Make that decision for yourself. I thought it was pretty impressive. Slightly different shaft, completely fake, but I don't know. You could definitely get away with having a fake shaft in your bag. Durability over the course of, you know, rounds and years, I'm not sure. I can't speak on that quite yet, but just based off of first-hand performance and initial hitting the shafts, pretty good. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. More fun videos like this coming out soon. I appreciate you guys. See you guys out here real soon.